Welcome to the very first episode of the Fighting Irish Nation podcast, bringing you the background of the 98th season of competition in the shadow of Missionary Ridge and celebrating the legacy, grit, and heart of Notre Dame high school football. I'm Brandon Culpepper, your host, and today we're kicking things off with a guy who defines what it means to be a leader and a teammate. That hurts me to say, former Irish running back E.J. Carter. E.J. isn't just taking his game to the next level, he's headed to the Ivy League, suiting up for the University of Pennsylvania. And a little bit of an introduction. E.J. is the definition of what it means to be a fighting Irish man. He grew up right here in Chattanooga with football in his blood, inspired by his father and connected to Notre Dame from his earliest Pee Wee League days, playing in Notre Dame Stadium. He holds the single game rushing record with 360 yards against Signal Mountain in one game. That's a season for a lot of backs. That's amazing. He was named to the Dynamite Dozen. He was named to Best of Prep. He was all region and all state. And all of this despite a season-ending knee injury during the first game of his senior season. This young man is the definition of resilience and class, and he's well-rounded. He excelled in the classroom almost as much as he did on the football field, and he's well-loved on campus. He was named Homecoming King, Mr. Notre Dame High School, and was the recipient of the Jim Pfeiffer Spirit of Notre Dame Award. Now he's taking his game and his future to the Ivy League, playing for the University of Pennsylvania. He describes himself in 3 words: resilient, charismatic, and grounded. Great words. And I think you'll hear why, so let's get into it. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Coach.
It's amazing. What's summer been like for?
Summer's been pretty well. I've done lots of, I guess, physical therapy, rehabbing, so I can be, I guess, good for college whenever I go up there.
Yeah.
I've did a lot of gaming. Let me see, playing some NCAA. I recently just got NCAA 26, so I'm playing that a lot.
Good.
And yeah, it's pretty much just a cycle of training, making sure I'm right for college.
What I mentioned that knee injury. That was one of the most heartbreaking things I saw last year when I rolled up and there you were on crutches. I'm like, oh my. So what was the process like after that? I mean, it's amazing to go from that to where you are now. Obviously, it took a lot of hard work. What's the rehab been like? So what all did they put you through to get where you are today?
All right, so the rehab for me, I feel has been different from a lot of athletes down here because my physical therapist, she knows me personally, so she knows what I can do. She knows what I'm capable of. She pushes me to go beyond what I think I can do, and make sure that I guess pushing myself to make sure that I'm right for college.
So rehab's hard, right? I mean,
Yes.
how would you compare it to normal training? Like, well, how's it different getting back from an injury?
I feel like it's harder than normal training because you're battling the physical side of it, and you're also battling your mental side of it.
Yeah, that's yeah. I can relate to that a little bit. I went through a little bit of that in college myself, but you always worry a little bit. Is this joint going to hold? Is that is this injury going to come back? It takes a lot of mental toughness to get through it. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're back right and ready to roll. Talk about your family a little bit. Obviously, your dad's here with you today, which is great.
Yeah.
How did he influence you to kind of get where you are today?
So growing up, I just always have been around football, watching football. My dad played semi-pro football, so I would always go to his games.
Oh, where'd you play? Semi-pro?
Man, I played Dalton. Played for Tennessee Eagles.
Tennessee Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Dalton team was more where I got my name known.
Okay.
That's the big backs.
Okay. Gotcha. So I didn't know that your dad was semi-pro. That's great.
Yes.
Okay, I mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he won a couple of championships playing semi-pro football
Okay.
or whatever. I'd be the little kid on the sideline running around, giving people water. So
Yeah.
I got to know a lot of people, watch a lot of football. And then I played football myself from when I was like 4. Started off playing quarterback, just being a leader on the team, and then I switched to running back, and I've just stuck with that. I love
running back your whole career, pretty much.
Yes.
That's great. I mean, a lot of times kids, they excel at one, like they grow up quick and they're big when they're young, and they get into this position or that one. It's great when you get into that role, that's what you are, so that's good. Brothers, sisters.
So
I know one brother.
yeah.
Okay.
So I have an older sister. She's going to her third year of college.
Okay.
She's just a student, no sports.
Okay.
She goes to UTC.
Okay.
And then my older brother, he's going into his second year. He plays college football. He just recently transferred from UVA Wise. He transferred to Ferrum College.
Okay.
And he plays receiver there.
Wow.
And then I have a younger sister. She's a ninth grader. She plays softball.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a younger brother. He's about to be in eighth grade. We're getting him into football. And then I have another younger brother. He's going to the third grade. He's playing football.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw your brother who's in eighth grade. He's good size.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. So we know what we're going to do with him at Notre Dame, right? Okay. That's awesome. And do you have any relatives like is you related to JT?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
related to JT.
okay, that's Jacorian Tramble, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's a everybody knows is going to be a member of the team this year. So there's a family connection. That is great. So just in general about football, what got you into it? When did you know you loved it, and what created that in your life as you grew up?
All right, so obviously I've been around football my whole life. So I guess whenever I was younger, I was just around it a lot, playing it. A lot of my friends was just around football. Started to come like a competition, who's the best, who's the fastest, things of that nature. And then I'd say whenever I was about 9, maybe, I feel like it clicked for me that I love football, because me and my dad, we had a chat like after a game. I guess I wasn't performing well or not, and then we were just talking about, I guess, if I wasn't performing good enough, maybe switching sports or just stop playing sports or whatever. And then I was just thinking that whole night, like, I love football and I want to be good at football. I know I can.
I can't do anything besides this.
Yes, I can't do anything without this. So I guess the very next week we had a game. It was probably one of my best little league games.
Yeah.
You know, I went, I don't know, I just did good.
Yeah.
It's just been on from there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like, you know it. And the thing about football, guys, if you've never played football, if you're listening to this podcast, you gotta want it. I mean, it kind of sucks, honestly, when you're not actually in a game. I mean, because you train, it's hot. Like right now, you're putting in all the work that is going to come out this fall, and it is miserable. I mean, you're on the verge of heat stroke for months, and but you got to do it. And so if it's not in you really, really deeply, it's not something that you can pursue and be any good at. So it's got to be something that is just beyond something that you kind of like to do. It's kind of got to be in your DNA. So when you get that when you're young, it helps you, because the training is what washes people out. And you can't go to the next level, right, and play in college and certainly in pros if you don't know how to train. And you can't come back from an injury like you did if you don't know how to train. So that's great. What about coaches? Do you remember a coach in particular when you were younger that really pushed you to be better?
That would have to be my dad. My dad's coached me most of my younger years playing football. It's been my dad.
Well, that's great that you've had that influence. That's awesome that he's been there with you the whole time.
Mm.
Well, just moving to Notre Dame a little bit, like when you actually got into Notre Dame, what I remember about your age group is that was right about COVID, right?
Yes.
Was that your freshman year?
Yes, my Well, my 8th grade year, that's when COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then we were just getting over virtual school my freshman year.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it like to go into Notre Dame right as COVID was happening? Like, what do you remember about that? Just about school, not football necessarily, but just the school.
So coming into Notre Dame, so my 8th grade year, I had a tour from Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
I came in, I guess I just seen all the people were bigger. I don't know, it just felt like a different environment as soon as I walked in. I see there's a chapel, people go to church during the school day. It looks like everyone's just getting along. It's just different, it's like a change of environment for me, because before that I went to a public school down the street from Notre Dame. It's called Orchard Knob Middle School. I don't know, it's just a big change of environment for me.
Hey, I mean, a Catholic school, Catholic education is one, it is different than anything else. It is one of one as far as that goes. And it can have a big impact, obviously, if you're not Catholic necessarily, or if you haven't been around Catholic school. One of the things that impressed me so much about it, not growing up Catholic, I didn't grow up Catholic either. I didn't go to Catholic school. Obviously, I had a daughter who did. And she was there during this whole time that you were there. And just the way they reacted to COVID was amazing to me. It's like, that foundational set of values really came through during that time to me. Right. And it's like, we're going to be safe, but at the same time, we're not going to change who we are. Mm-hmm. And I think that really made me realize how special of a place it was and how different it is. And I could imagine that the school side of it, but then when you get into the football side of it, when you're going through kind of shutdowns and lockdowns and remote school and video school or whatever they call it. That's a really you're the only generation that's ever going to go through anything like that.
Right.
Like none of us, some of those old guys can relate to that, which I think is really interesting. What was your favorite class in school?
My favorite class in school, I don't know. That's a hard one. I'd probably say either freshman year wellness with the old basketball coach Adams,
Right.
or I'd say senior year weight training with the new weight trainer Coach Cates.
Okay.
Those probably been the best
Oh,
classes.
really? Okay.
Yes, because they were always fun, always energy. We'd get our work in, do our work, but we still have a good time, joke around. So, yeah, I guess those were, good vibes.
Gotcha. So you obviously you had a lot of big moments at Notre Dame.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you had a lot of amazing accomplishments. What stands out to you? Do you remember any one on the football field in particular?
On the football
Like, yeah, what do you remember in particular of the course of everything that you did? Do you remember any one thing that really stands out to you?
I'm not gonna lie, I have a couple of things that stand out to me. He obviously number one, I'd have to say, my junior year against Signal Mountain. I broke the school rushing record. Plus, that whole game was crazy because we were in a heat wave, so we had to take like mandatory timeouts and water breaks because it was a heat wave that game. And I don't know, that game just felt great. Yeah.
That's like that wouldn't feel great to me having to take mandatory timeouts for water breaks, but I hear you. I would feel great if I got 360 yards
Oh yeah.
in one game. That's for sure. Okay, one memory I have of you, I was telling you about it a minute ago. I full confession, I was EJ's position coach his freshman year as a running back, and we were playing Webb, and I think Webb was beating us like a rented mule. It was ridiculous. They were killing us, and we were losing. It was about halftime. It was about 3 seconds left, and we said, we'll put this freshman in there, let him carry the ball one time, and I think we were going to run off tackle or something and let him go. We figured he'd get a yard, go down, and we'd go in the locker room. So we give EJ the ball, and no one blocks for him, so he runs over 2 linemen, our linemen. Then he runs over 6 Webb School defenders and runs over a cheerleader, runs over a trombone player, runs over a referee. And they finally tackle him over on the 1 yard line, and he jumps up like something terrible happened, and he runs to the sideline and he's in tears, and I'm like, EJ, what is wrong? And he's like, I should have scored. I should have done it. And I realized at that moment, this is a different guy mentally. And boy, to watch it go from that moment and that play just to what it became is really amazing. But yeah, that kind of summed you up to me. Do you even remember that?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
I do remember that.
What did playing for the program teach you about yourself? Let me back channel that a second, or back up on that a minute. Notre Dame has struggled recently. Like Notre
Right.
Dame football, for all you who've listened to this who don't really know what's going on with the football program, Notre Dame had several years where it was competing for state championships, and it went deep into playoffs and had really very, very great records. And then had a fall off where it was really tough for a while. EJ came into the program right about the time it was really getting at a low point. And in my mind, even though he's not going to get to enjoy the fruit of it, is one of the main reasons why there's a lot of positive energy around the program right now, and didn't quit and push through all that. So it takes a lot of heart to go through a time like that. It really does.
Right.
And to be a leader through times like that, and to not give up, and to not throw your hands up and go, you know what, forget this, is not working. So what going through all that, what kind of sticks with you about being part of the program during that moment?
I guess something that really sticks with me is just toughness, mental toughness, physical toughness, because going through a time like that, you have your guys that just want to give up, want to transfer, don't want to be a part of the team, don't want to try to lead, and I just feel tough because I was able to do it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you are that. And I can't tell you how hard it is. I mean, as a coach in that environment, when you're not winning games and you have some lopsided scores that you're looking at halftime or in the third or fourth quarter, it is easy to give up. It really is. And the people who don't do that and push through that, they have a huge impact on their team. They have a huge impact on themselves. They have a huge impact on the community. And I think my hope is that when you see where the program's going, you're going to get to look back with a lot of pride on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're in a lot of ways, you kind of the guy that carried a lot of that forward, even though you're not going to get to see the wins.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be where we are without you. So that is very much appreciated in everything that you did. But what do you think about the where the program is today, based on what you're seeing from where it was? What are some of the positive changes?
Some of the positive changes, I'd say definitely. I'd say the weight room. There's a younger weightlifting coach. He gets the kids. He jokes around with them. We have the serious moments. Everybody's getting stronger. I see everybody pushing to get stronger. It's like competition in there, and it's like brotherhood in there. Everyone wants to get strong. Everyone wants to be able to compete with the other teams we play against.
Yeah.
So I'd say definitely the weight room has changed. I say the coaching in general has changed. It's gotten a lot of, we have those serious moments still.
Yeah.
Everyone has to learn their part.
Yeah.
It's big playbook, offense and defense. Everyone gets in there, learn, and if you're good, you're gonna get put on the field. So I've seen that.
What have you seen in Coach Hill, like his impact on things? What have you noticed about since he's came into the program, how things have gone?
And so I'd say Coach Hill, he's like a really great guy. I say he has our sense of humor. He can really connect to us.
Okay.
He can come down to our level. To make sure that we understand him. To know that he loves us and wants us to be better. So I just say that he really pushes us.
Okay. So who do we need to look out for in a positive way at Notre Dame next season? Who's going to have a big year next year? Who do you think?
Definitely, like not being biased. My cousin Jacorian Trimble.
Yeah.
Jacorian Trimble.
Yeah.
Gonna have to look out for him this year.
He's an athlete, no doubt about it, and a great young man. I've enjoyed getting to know him, really have. And so, yeah, look out for Jacorian Tramble, people. He's going to be a baller this year for sure. So moving on from Notre Dame, it's amazing to see someone go from high school to college in a sport. It's hard to do. I mean, it is. People don't understand how hard that is to do on so many levels. It's hard athletically. It's also hard academically.
Right.
And the fact that you're going into the Ivy League is such a testament to how intelligent you are. Obviously, how athletic you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having this opportunity.
Right.
But what made you choose the University of Pennsylvania? That is a very elite school. So how did you end up there? Like what happened to trigger that for you?
Right. So I got injured throughout that whole process.
Yeah.
UPenn, they've always, they'll text me 3-4 times a week, phone calls, and me and my dad, family. Like, I guess they pushed for me the hardest. Like, they made it feel like I was wanted, and they even came to my house one time for a little visit. That's a 12-hour drive.
That is a good way. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So the fact that they came out there showed me that they really cared, and I just feel like it's a great situation there right now.
What are you looking forward to from a football standpoint in college? Like, what is the biggest thing you're looking forward to? I know that's kind of a weird question, but I know obviously playing the ball, winning games, doing well at your position. But what do you anticipate? I guess will be the biggest change between high school and college.
So for me, I've did my research on UPenn, and I've seen that basically the whole offensive line is coming back. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to get in the game, get carries, run behind a big college line. Because me personally, I haven't really had, I'd say, a dominant line like that.
No, you haven't.
So
yes.
So the fact that I'm getting brought into that situation, I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. I think that you're going to have a great year this year. I think. I know you don't need. I don't think there's any waiting around for you. I think you're going to hit the field and run, and you're going to be an important part of that team the day you get there. That's one of the things that's cool about this. If you go play for an SEC team or you're, one of those bigger schools, you got to wait your turn, and that's got good and bad about that. But I think sometimes when you go to a school that's, maybe not quite as big, you get an opportunity to jump out there and really show what you can do. So I think that's going to be great. Absolutely. Ivy League's no joke, academics, right? This is serious stuff. So how are you preparing for that balance? Like, I know as you get into this is going to be tough academically.
Right.
So how do you prepare for that?
So we have like, I guess, groups of freshmen, and we just stay connected to get through this whole process. And then we have team academic advisors. They have a study hall room. They have just a lot of people that'll help you if you're struggling with that. But for me alone, I just need to make sure I set out blocks of time to make sure I'm studying, make sure I'm completing my work, turning everything in, and just getting ready for the change.
Yeah, he's saying all this with his dad sitting in the corner, y'all. He's saying the right things. You'll get to have some fun too. I remember. I remember my at Furman University where I played. There was the president of Furman got up in front of us at an orientation and said, "The most important thing I want you to remember is do not let studying get in the way of your college education." And I thought, yeah, okay, that's important. So
Right.
you're gonna have fun up there.
Okay.
What city is University of Pennsylvania in?
It's in Philadelphia.
It's in Philadelphia. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. That's a long way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a cool town though. I mean, you know, you'll get to see a lot. You're not far from New York City up there.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're not obviously. You know, there's a lot going on in Philly. You know, you can get to the world from there. So that'll be a blast for
Right.
sure. Do you have any idea what you're gonna major in yet? I mean, any thought about that yet?
I'm actually not sure,
Okay.
but I've thought about doing, I don't know, kind of something just hands-on because I like doing hands-on work, like maybe something that involves building something or I don't know, athletic training, just
Yeah.
something where I can be hands-on or with the sport of football still.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you can find that out. You know, football's a big business.
Oh yeah.
Any idea what you want to do after you get out of college yet? Now that's probably a crazy question to ask somebody about to go into college, but I guess you just see where it takes you.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
or do you have a dream like
So
do this
so
job or any of that?
So my dream as right now is just professional football. But
Okay.
if that wasn't to work,
Yeah.
then I'm not really sure right now. I
Yeah.
guess I'm just seeing where college takes me.
Seeing where you go with it.
Right.
Yeah. You know where you want to live after college? You want to be back down here? Do you want to stay up there? Do you not?
Not sure right now.
Sure.
Not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That depends on who he falls in love with, Dad. Yeah. What do you think, just on the personal side of things, switching gears just a little bit. So what do you think makes someone a great teammate, just in general? What do you think?
Something that makes someone a great teammate
Yeah.
is someone who comes in with a positive mindset no matter what's going on. Like someone who lifts up the room, lifts up his teammates, pushes everyone to be better. And no negativity. I feel like that's a great teammate.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think there's so much on a football team. There's so much energy that gets passed between teammates.
Right.
And the thing that you'll remember when you get years down the road, when you get done playing 20 years after you're done playing football, you really won't remember the wins and the losses.
Right.
I know it sounds crazy to say that right now, but you really won't. What you'll remember is the relationship, that you had with the guys that you played with your coaches, with the people around the program. And you'll carry that your whole life. And these will be these will be friends that, you'll have both the guys you played with at Notre Dame and the guys you'll play with in college. These will be your friends the rest of your life.
Right.
Because you go through things with them that you just don't go through with other people. All the training, all the
Yeah.
training, all the the work that you have to put in, which is so different than anything anybody ever experiences outside of football. Maybe the military, I guess. It's just something that's unusual. And so I think that's something that you'll hold forever. So, to me, the teammate thing is that going through the tough stuff, but then not ever being negative. You're right.
Right.
I mean, negativity in that environment is not helpful
At all.
it's a killer, and I know, like in my work life now, just personally, having been a football player, when things are going bad in the work world, you still don't want to become negative and start harping on what's wrong. You want to
Right.
figure out, can we endure what we're going through? How do we tough this out? And how would we be positive through all that? That sticks with people. It really, really does. When people look back on E.J. Carter 10 years from now, from Notre Dame, like
Right.
your time at Notre Dame, what do you hope they say?
I hope that they say that I was a great guy, a guy that lift up the room,
Yep.
brighten the room. A guy that anybody could get along with, a guy that talked to anybody, and also a good football player.
Well, they'll say that. They'll say that for sure. There's no doubt about that. What was do you have a favorite game? Do you remember? I know you mentioned the Signal Mountain game. That may be it that you ever played in. Were there any others that stand out? You thought that was a lot of fun.
I'd say either the Signal game from my junior year, or if not that, maybe the Cannon County game from my junior year as well.
Okay.
Because let me see, the Cannon County game, me and my brother Tay Carter, we scored a lot of times that game,
Okay.
as well as the Signal Mountain game, and we hit a celebration.
Yeah.
It was probably my favorite celebration from that season. We just did a handshake, and then we did the Irish jig. So so I feel that was pretty fun.
That's great. If you look at the season, the teams we play normally at Notre Dame,
Right.
who's the one that you want the worst to win that game? Like what is the biggest rival you'd say to Notre Dame right now, the one you want the most?
I'd say probably Boyd Buchanan.
Okay.
Boyd Buchanan talks a lot, and I've never got to beat them.
Yeah.
I hope this year's team or next year's team for Notre Dame gets to beat them finally.
Yeah, well, keep working at that for
Oh, yeah.
sure. Did you have like a thing you always did before kickoff? Did you have any kind of superstitious stuff or pregame stuff that you just did for yourself?
So pregame, every game since I was little, I have to take a bathroom break.
Okay.
I have to take a bathroom break. I have to take one before I play.
That went a direction I didn't expect. Okay, no, I hear you though. I hear you. I mean, it's funny. I mean, nerves do things to people, you know.
And then I'd say, starting my junior and senior year, I'd like go near the field or on the field, and I'd pray before the game.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And was there a post game meal? You got obviously you eat a lot after a football game.
Oh yeah.
So what is your favorite thing to eat after a football game?
I'm not sure, but just a lot of food.
A lot of food.
Yes, a lot of food.
It's hungry.
A lot of food.
Yeah, I hear you. So okay, so you go up to Pennsylvania this week?
Yes, this
Okay, so what day you heading up there?
So we're leaving early Friday morning and heading up there, which we don't have to be there until Saturday, but we want to get up there and I guess shop a little more if we have to, and just I guess get around. My parents want to look around as well, so that's why we're going a little bit early.
Absolutely. Well, EJ, it's been a pleasure. You've been a class act from day one. We're proud to call you one of our own. So go do big things at Penn and know you've always got a family back here in Chattanooga.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.